Hello. Welcome, everybody. How are you guys this evening? Hope everyone is doing well. Today is a good day. Great day, actually. Time just flew by. Here we are at 7:30 and the launch of my very first Connie Korbelic Podcast. Hope everyone's doing well. We got Valentine's Day around the corner. 6 more weeks of winter for some. Certainly feels like it where we are. Rainy, drizzly, cold. Can't wait for that to pass. Fall and spring are my favorite seasons. But drop your favorite season in the comments. Drop the city where you're watching from. If you're watching live or if you're watching the replay. Love to hear from you, see who's checking in. All right. Good to see everybody. Thank you so much. For those who don't know me, I am Connie Korbelic, and I'm going to teach you to be an esteemed and prominent unicorn, that one-of-a-kind individual in the talent marketplace, regardless of industry. I'll give you a little bit about me. I have worked in 5 different industries in my career. I have over 5 years experience in the telecom industry, 1 year lending, real estate, mortgage litigation experience, over 12 years in customer service across various industries from retail to sales, network marketing, e-commerce. I have 5 years in manufacturing from sales, customer service, production, and procurement. I've been blessed to have really flourished and won numerous awards performing at high levels in each industry. So today's title is Let Go, Let God, and Let's Rise. 4 principles to personal transformation in the talent marketplace. So did you know 30% of millennials under the age of 40 have been let go or laid off at least twice in their career? 30%. That's insane. Today, the millennials make up 75% of the workforce, more so than any other generation currently employed. Millennials today face more obstacles in the workforce than any other generation. Changing jobs requires a unique identity and skills to succeed in new fields, as external factors, whether our own or by other means, change our career path. As a millennial who was laid off twice, faced homelessness, and was even fired, I'm a part of that statistic. Does anyone else relate to that? Is that anyone else's story? Can you connect with mine? Go ahead and comment, relate, or hey, that's me in the comments. I'll take a few moments to share a little bit about my story. In 2013, at the age of 26, I was faced with my first corporate restructuring. 2,000 positions were being eliminated nationwide for a telecom company I'd worked for 5 years. The work environment became toxic with the stress and all of the nationwide restructuring, and I left before that layoff could fully occur. I left behind a reputation and, severance pay, etc. But at the time, I was prioritizing my own mental health. The reputation I had built was later dragged through the mud with leaders of other regions and districts that I had worked under. Just 9 months later, in 2014, I was working in mortgage litigation as a contract worker for a large bank, very well known, Fortune 100 company. I would be laid off, facing my second corporate restructuring from there as well. And I found myself at the time facing homelessness. I had just given notice on a lease that I would not be renewing, and I was a breadwinner for my husband and I. I had no idea when or where I'd see my next paycheck. I was entirely, just lost. I felt like the carpet had been pulled out from under me, and I had no idea where we were going to go. So we went with our tail between our legs, begging for a place to stay with our family and our friends, just so we could get on our feet again. In less than 10 months, I had been laid off twice. How was I so naive to trust stability in a new industry. My mother-in-law graciously opened her home and her 2-bedroom townhome, and we were able to stay with her. But on unemployment, things just weren't working out. And I knew I had to find, something else. I swallowed my pride, went back to the organization that originally laid me off at the age of 26. Difficult thing to do when you have some resentment and hurt and pain there. But I did that for 6 months until in February 2015, at the age of 27, I started work in customer service for a corporate office of a network marketing company. I really put my best foot out there. I chose to be authentic. I set my level of excellence. I chose to care about my peers, my work, my image, and just the impact that I could have on that environment. I set the temperature in the room. I inspired those around me to achieve more. The next 3 years, I would thrive, growing to and managing an elite team of agents who service our top income earners for that network marketing company. I felt at home, really felt like I was, in my sweet spot. And in 2018, that work environment changed. The organization was under stress, and in turn, as was I. I started having panic attacks. The stress became way too much for me to manage. The week prior to Thanksgiving, I was let go entirely from the company. I was flabbergasted. Connie, Super C, fired? Connie, you've never been fired. How can you be fooled and so naive again? A third time, my entire career ripped out from under me. I was at my lowest point. I'd been fired around Thanksgiving holiday. My entire life was on the line. A mortgage, 2 car notes, student loans. What in the world did I have to be thankful for? Had family coming into town, and as much as I hid it, I think some people knew, but hey, how's work? How's it going? And, I probably told a little white lie. Oh, it's great. I'm good. Yeah, so glad to see you, You shake it off and you just keep going. Some in a sense of denial and some in a sense of faith that, no matter what I said in that time, it was right with my soul. Like I was well, regardless if my circumstance said it or not. In faith, I put it out there. At the time, my lowest point, I really just wanted a sense of purpose. I wanted my skills to add value to something greater. I just wanted to matter. It took guts and forgiveness and setting aside pride, choosing to be proud of my experience, regardless of how they occurred for me or to me. Letting go of resentment, discontentment, and even shame, in front of friends and family to be 31 years old and, unemployed potentially and, facing homelessness. What kind of success story is that for adulthood? But I knew there was a unicorn inside me. I knew I was unique. I knew I brought value. And it was just a matter of applying 4 principles to really get there and find my place again. So comment unicorn in the chat if that's you. I'll share 4 principles to removing the camouflage amongst your peers and be the unicorn any industry seeks to recruit. So I'll lay out those first 4 principles. First, choose your path. Second, persevere religiously. Third, apply your gifts. And lastly, care in your contributions. So let's talk about that first principle. Choose your path. Basically, choose your hard. You can choose to walk on the path less traveled or go easy waiting for the Uber to success. I'll tell you, the rideshare isn't coming. No one's achieving anything worth having without unrelenting effort. It takes hard work, doing what others won't, and going against the unpopular opinion of others. There's several examples of this. There's a cliche saying, right? The early bird gets the worm. Well, there's no truer statement. Early is on time is late, and late is just plain unacceptable. It's important to set a personal time management standard for your daily routines. When set correctly, time management standards will allow you to arrive at appointments on time, despite any unplanned variables you may encounter. there was an accident, a road was closed, the weather was bad, traffic's bad, etc. No matter what, you'll still arrive when you need to. You can arrive to work 30 minutes early and just kind of ease into your day. Or you can hit snooze, get stuck in traffic, and rush into that morning meeting all flustered and unprepared. Life happens to us, but it's the hard we choose that sets us apart in what happens for us. Our second principle, persevere religiously. Don't turn back on your choices. Stay the course you've chosen. Don't let peer pressure negatively affect your standard of excellence. In school, in workplaces, I always did things that no one else did. No one else was willing to do. First one in the office, last one out of the office. I'd hear things like, overachiever, you're extra, or teacher's pet. Well, if they don't pay me enough for that, well, no one ever earned more money by doing less. Many of us get comfortable going with the crowd, but that only mutes our individual offering. Consider blue and yellow paints. When mixed, they become green. But once blended, the individuality of those colors can no longer be identified. Don't become comfortable because you don't see instant gratification. Be humble, but never satisfied. Change is hard. You must remain steadfast to grow. It takes consistency, day over day, week by week, month over month. You may not see what you're looking for in a month, in a week, but maybe in a year, maybe in 18 months. It's the consistency that builds your reputation and that really makes you stand out. Our third principle, apply your gifts. Speak up and add value as opportunities arise. Even during interviews, speak up. Your voiced input may just be the thing to land you that new role. Be intentional and shine with intensity. Lastly, our fourth principle, care in your contributions. Strive to add value in your work. Be thoughtful regarding your efforts or lack thereof and its effect on others. A little work done well is better than a lot of work done poorly. So do assignments with efficiency in mind, organizing priorities while being thorough, effectively managing the task in the time allotted to complete it, or less than. Be genuine in the work you produce, how you present yourself, and the way you communicate. As a Christian, I fully believe in Colossians 3:23. It says, whatever you do, work at it with all your heart as working for the Lord. Let your name and reputation of character resound for the caliber of individual you are long after you're gone. Applying these few small principles will make your talent regarded in any work environment. I'll share a poem I recently wrote. It's similar to Robert Frost's famous poem, The Road Not Taken. My road less traveled sounds a little differently as I compare the hard and easy roads. I hope you enjoy. So the title of my poem is Over Hard or Over Easy. Over hard or over easy, these are the choices that be. All in, all focus and energy. Formulating plans, disregarding ability, executing with intention, dream beyond comprehension. Over hard or over easy, these are the choices that be. Consumed in doubt and inability, taking no actions, afraid of the roots, no direction, waiting for redemption, an individual intervention of disrepute. These are the choices that be. So what do you say today? Stand firm. Either way, your choice will convey the way or certainly cause dismay. Over hard or over easy? These are the choices that be. Drop a comment if you've related to any of the content we've talked about today, any of the topics discussed, and if you'd like to hear more. It was certainly a pleasure to be able to share with you today. Thank you so much for listening. So my regular podcast schedule will be Saturdays at 10 a.m. Central Standard Time. I'll go live here on Facebook on this coming next Saturday, so February 22nd. Mark your calendars. I certainly look forward to seeing you. Jeffrey, thanks so much for the comment. Yes, great thoughts. Thank you so much. Hope you're well. Hope you've enjoyed it. Until next time, see you soon then, Unicorn.